Before we begin, I would, you all know that Ustad Sah's brother has recently passed away, the legendary Zakir Hussain Sahab. So we will give a 1 minute silence to pray for him and for the departed soul. And after that, we'll start our performance. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Please take your seats. I'd also like to remind you that not only is 25 years the, back when the album was launched, but also it's the 25th anniversary of Ustad Allah Kha Sahab.
It's the 25th Barsi of my
Barsi.
father on February 3rd.
So 25 is a very auspicious number right now.
Correct.
It's not only the album which is 25 years old, but also his father, the legendary Allah Rakha Sahab, he passed away 25 years ago.
Yes, and where we always believed, Zakir Bhai has always told us that we should not mourn his death. He's passed on to a better realm. We should always celebrate his life. So we celebrate his life every February 3rd at Shanmukanand Hall. And Shanmukanand Hall is also completing 25 years of its foundation day. So there are a lot of 25s happening.
Lovely, lovely.
Sorry?
And it's PS 25.
Wow.
Magical, magical. I can only imagine that this evening is going to be magical. Ustad Sahab, अगर आपकी इजाज़त है तो मैं कुछ
Please,
questions
I
पूछूं
would
आपको?
request, and my humble request is that please call me तौफीक, और तौफीक भाई भी चलेगा. उस्ताद मुझे सूट नहीं करता है, बाल थोड़े जल्दी सफ़ेद हो गए हैं मेरे, वैसे मैं यंग हूँ.
Tawfiq Bhai, please tell us about your journey, learning tabla to djembe. How do you approach the practice and mastery of rhythm in a way that stays true to the tradition while also allowing you to improvise and innovate? How do you do it?
Wow, that's a long question. For a person like me who's not been very good with studies and other things in school and college to be answering that question, but I'll try my best. My father, Ustad Allah Rakha, gave us the knowledge of the tabla and gave us the freedom to explore it on any surface. That surface can be the drums, the congas, the tabla itself, the djembe, which is from Africa, or it can be the rhythm which is inside you. He always used to tell us that whatever you learn, the first thing you must do is set it inside you. You should be able to put it inside your breath so perfectly that when you breathe, you should breathe that composition. Once you start breathing that composition, once you start saying it in your mind perfectly in tal, then all you need is a surface to define it, to resonate it. But first you must set it inside yourself. The bowls have to be inside you. And he used to say in Hindi, तुम्हारी सांसों से वो ताल निकलना चाहिए. So just a little bit, I'll deviate here because his concept of तुम्हारी सांसों से ये ताल निकलना चाहिए, which I later started understanding, and I started exploring the breath as a form of, as an instrument. Also, the inspiration comes from the great R.D. Burman, Panchamda. You know, my mother used to say whenever one song of R.D. Burman used to come, Duniya mein. So the whole day as a child, I would be running around the house doing like that. And my mother used to say, इसको क्या हो गया है, पागल हो गया है बच्चा. So, taking the idea of my father when he said कि तुम्हारी सांसों से ताल बजना चाहिए, जो composition है, वो आपकी सांसों से निकलनी चाहिए. I'll just take a minute to demonstrate that. Little bit more outside and here for this thing, please. So how the breath can become an instrument. And one breath joins another breath, another breath, another breath, and a whole rhythmic idea, motive, composition start flowing. Keep it dry.
तौफीक भाई ये सुन के
This is my father's teaching. He said, सांसों से ताल को बजाने की कोशिश करो.
सिर्फ सुन के ही मेरा गला सूख गया.
Sorry?
सिर्फ सुन के आपको मेरा गला सूख गया. I'm finding it struggling to ask you the next question. Tawfiq bhai, as a music composer, you've always used a variety of instruments in composing for films and jingles. I believe you also use unconventional stuff like switches and broomsticks, etc. तो उसके बारे में थोड़े हमको बताइए, please.
See, I have always been a person who likes to experiment, innovate. Like when long time back, I think somebody was announcing about me and they said, I got the gold at the Cannes. That gold was for the Indian Railways ad. So we took the traditional, very old Rail Gadi song of Ashok Kumar ji, Rail Gadi, chuk 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 chuk, which was sung by Sudesh Bhosle ji. But the track behind, the whole train sound, the train rhythm, train going over a metal bridge, train going in the tunnel, all those sounds were created by me using body percussion and voice percussion. There was no other instrumentation used in that. So when the jury got to know that the whole track is basically body and voice percussion, it was a very unique thing. And it was given the gold for the use of innovative music to create a jingle. So that's a very big thing for me. And so, yeah. So I always like to challenge myself. I always like to push myself. When Finolex Switches guys came to me and they said, we want you to do a jingle. Can you make it different? So I said, okay, send me all your switches. So they send me all the switches. Some switches are big ones, small ones. Some, if you press, it comes back also, tatak, like that. So taking all those switches, I thought about creating a jingle, and I put the switch in a matka and said what kind of sound I will get. I put the switch, I taped the switch on a wall, and I threw a ball on it. And what does it sound like when I throw a ball? I put it under water, and I played the switch. So taking all those ideas, I created a whole jingle, believe me, using only Phenolic switches, nothing else. So if you ever want to hear that jingle, it's there on YouTube. Just type Tawfiq Qureshi Phenolic switches. You will be able to see. They've in fact shot a film to it, and it's a beautifully shot film. And the whole idea was to use Phenolic switches. Even when I was working on a film song, sorry, I'll just go ahead a little bit there, on the very famous Dhoom 2. Dhoom Majale, Dhoom Majale. So Dhoom 1 was already a big hit. I joined Pritam when he was doing Dhoom 2. And he said, we need to do something different. And we went to Aditya Chopra ji's office in YRF, Yashraj. And there he showed us one film. Now, the film which he showed us was of Stomp. It's a very famous band, Stomp, which I had seen in 2000. I had seen them in London. And I was like, wow, this is Stomp. I know this band. So they said, we want this sound. I said, okay, great. I'm already working on this. I have a band also, which I call Mumbai Stamp, where we perform using trash material. So Stomp is predominantly known to do rhythmic ideas and motifs using dabbas, batlis, strings, and any kind of trash you give them, they will create music with it. So I said, I'm doing this. So then he said, I want this rhythm. And I said, look, this is already done. This rhythm is already done. I can give you this sound, but give me the freedom to work on something which is from India, the roots of India, but can sound international, world music. So both of them, thankfully they had the faith in me, and they said, okay, you go ahead and do it. And I created a track using just trash materials. If you ever have the time, go and listen to Dhoom 2 title song, the whole Hrithik Roshan entry. There's a whole trash rhythm introduction. There's no other music over there. It's only trash. It's a 1.5 minute introduction when he comes in, and it's only using trash. And in the whole song, we have used only trash to create the rhythm. And it was a big hit. So, like you said, I always try to do something which is not out of the pocket. Yes.
Brilliant. Thank you, Tawfiq bhai. The audience is over here, all the 1,000 of us, are connected to the offset print industry.
Okay.
And we love to hear the sound of our printing machines running at top speed. They are picking up paper and they are putting them through a 40 or 50 feet long machine with air suction. And sometimes 15, 16, sometimes 18, and now I heard 22,000 sheets per hour की speed पे वो चलता है. Slow शुरू होता है, फिर बहुत fast जाता है machine.
It's almost like our performance. We start slow, we build it up, and then we go fast.
Bilkul, bilkul. So rhythm is not only connected to a musical concept, but also to a way of life. How do you see rhythm manifesting in different aspects of life, just beyond just conventional music?
Yeah, you see, rhythm is everywhere. My father used to say, देखो हमारा दिल ताल में चलता है, हमारा पल्स ताल में चलता है, हम सांस ताल में लेते हैं. तो when all this rhythm is in sync, when your heartbeat is beating at a steady pace, when your pulse is steady, when your breathing is steady, that means you're in good health. And if it goes haywire, then then you're not in a good health. So yes, rhythm is everywhere. I mean, me making a band out of Mumbai Stamp, I take inspiration from many places. I'll just give you one example. For the Mumbai Stamp, in 2000, in 2000 only, I came back from Singapore and I landed and I was going home and I said, wherever I'm going in Mumbai, I'm seeing kachra, 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 kachra. And I said, what is happening to my city? So much kachra. And then I said, why am I complaining? I must do something about it. So I called some of my students and I said, go in your areas, wherever you see municipality ka kachre ka dabba, bring anything that makes a sound. And we'll meet in the studio and we'll start working. That was the birth of my band, Mumbai Stamp. Because I saw the inspiration there in the Kachre Ka Dabba. Also, Stomp was a big inspiration for me, whom I had already seen in 2000. Now, many years ago, before Ridhun came, I was in one small area near Nasik or Sangli. I had gone for a corporate show over there. The corporate show was in a stadium. So they had put me up. So it was in the evening when they said, okay, aapke liye, we've made arrangements for you to stay in some place here. I said, okay. So they took me. And when we reached that place, the scene looked right out of a Ramsey Brothers film. If you guys know who Ramsey Brothers were, they were the kings of horror in India. It was a dark bangla, government dark bangla, and it was night, and it was, December, very cold, windy. And I said, I'm going to stay here? Yeah. So when we reached there was no light. Kuch light nahi tha. So me and I had a roadie with me. They said, आप दोनों का अलग-अलग रूम है, तो ये मोमबत्ती लेके जाइए, आपका रूम में भी मोमबत्ती रख दिया है. I said, okay, fine. So I went, my guy also went. In 5 minutes, there's a thug on my door, and I'm worried कौन आया रात को. I opened the door and my roadie is like, sir, बहुत डर लग रहा है. Can I sleep with you in the room? I said, okay, मुझे भी डर ही लग रहा है, आ जाओ. कोई बात नहीं है. तो अभी now there is no light, so no fan, there's no electricity. So I'm trying to sleep and one machhar will come and go in my ear. I'm again getting up. Again one machhar will go. So this went on for 15-20 minutes. I said, यार ये तो नींद नहीं आएगी. चलो क्या करते हैं, एक काम करते हैं, ये मच्छर का क्या सुर होगा वो पकड़ने की कोशिश करते हैं. Nee, I'm telling you, if you ever have the patience to let the machhar come close to your ear, you will realize there is a pitch. And every machhar has a different pitch. Believe me. I'm telling you, you have to try it. So I said, let me try. इसमें मेरा time pass हो जाएगा, रात निकल जाएगी. So I'm sitting there and one machhar comes. ये इसका पिच ना ओके एक आता अरे सागा सा अरे वाह एक सा मिल रहा है ग मिल रहा है क्या बात है बहुत अच्छा है और कोई है क्या. So that whole time, about 45 minutes, I was trying to figure out iska sur kya hai. One machhar was really very high. I can't even reach that note, So I'm telling you, this inspiration I used in my album Ridhun. When I was working with Shankar on the track called Nothing But Voice, that track is, Shankar and me have done this track using only voice. When Shankar came to the studio, he said, Tawfiq, what's the track? I said, Shankar, we have to create the track. So whatever you hear in that track is either Shankar's voice and me. And in one section, I've used this. Like, तो शंकर बोलते ये क्या आवाज है? How did you? I said, this is मच्छर वाणी. Okay, can you guys recognize this? बोलिए सर. सत्य पे सत्य करेक्ट. मच्छरवाणी.
Tawfiq bhai, 25 years ago, I was browsing music at Rhythm House at Kala Ghoda. If you remember, there were those stacks and they would play the CDs over there. And that's where I saw
Grundig ka wo.
Bilkul, bilkul. And there was this orange and grey CD. I remember. I still have it at home. And the name of the title was Ridhun.
Ridhun.
So we got to hear it free before you buy the CD. And I bought that CD and I still have it. And it's just path-breaking what you've done with that particular album. So 25 years ago, and now still it's so relevant in the world music scene. So please give us an example of what you did there, and please show us the audience what you do.
Okay.
Over to Tawfiq Saab.
Thank you very much. So Ridhun means rhythm. Ri is R-H-Y, short form for rhythm. And dhun means melody. Just like Archimedes, literally, I got this title in my bathroom. I was looking for a title and I came running out, literally in my towel. My wife is proof, gawah hai. And I said, Gitika, I got the name of the album. It's going to be Ridhun. So, yeah, Ridhun was a big blessing for me because most importantly, my father, I don't like to call him late Ustad Allah Rakha because he's always there with us. He's not late. He's always there. Whenever we stand on stage, whenever we perform, he's always standing behind us, guiding us. Yes. So he can never be late. Neither can Zakir Bhai be ever late. He is also watching us. So that was his last blessing because 30th January 2000, he came to the studio and recorded for me. And February 3rd, he passed away. So I consider that as his last blessing. My wife is singing on that. Zakir Bhai is there. His blessing is there. The great violinist from Shakti, L. Shankar. And my very dear friend, long-time associate of mine, Shankar Mahadevan is there with me on that album. Apart from Sridhar Parthasarthi, who's the fabulous Mridangam player, and other friends from the music fraternity are also part of it. So Ridhun has been a journey which I'm still doing because Ridhun was a turning point in my life. Till then I was a man who was always in studios, working with all the top music directors of that time, Anand Milin, Jatin Lalit, Anu Malik, Rajesh Roshan, and later with SEL, Shankar Ehsaan Loy, Pritam, Vishal Shekhar. Ridhun was a point which brought me again back in front of the audience because people wanted to hear me, wanted to have my concerts. So I'm thankful to Ridhun and I'm thankful that this was a blessing. I will take a little bit of little time on this Ridhun because there's a piece in that which is called The Tree of Rhythm. My father, I have always considered him as the tree of rhythm, and all of us are its branches. The biggest branch, of course, which is another tree by itself, is Zakir Bhai. And we all are under the shadow of these two great masters. For me, the reason why I chose djembe is I wanted a different language. Because for me, the A to Z of music, the tabla in my house was over because A for Allah Rakha, Z for Zakir Hussain. That A to Z, finished. It's over. I cannot go beyond Z and there's nothing before A. So I said, I need a different language, so I need a different instrument. So that's why I chose the djembe, because for me, the djembe, which is actually from Africa, comes closest for me to define all that knowledge that I've taken from my father. The tabla is one of the most versatile percussion instrument ever made. There is no instrument which can come close to it, no matter what you want to say. No, nothing. So I'm not trying to substitute that instrument. I'm just taking the knowledge of that instrument and transposing it onto the African djembe. I will play for you a little bit and then you only can tell me if, because you've heard the great masters, you've heard Zakir Bhai many times, my father. You must have heard Zakir Bhai over here countless number of times. So you know what it's like. I don't know how many of you have heard me, but today you will hear. There's one guy at least. So I'm going to take the tabla repertoire slowly and develop it, how it goes. In between, there will be moments where you will maybe identify with some things. And as long as this number thing is going on, I know where I have to stop then. So I'll follow that and you follow me. Let's see if we can connect. I have on the harmonium one of the finest harmonium players, Guru Prasad Gandhi. A big round of applause. Whenever we play a solo, we always take lehra. Lehra means one leher. Leher means, you know, wave. So the lehra is a melody which keeps repeating itself. Like how when we accompany a melody person, we keep repeating a theka, a time signature. It can be of 16, 7, 9, 10, whatever. So the lehra, the harmonium player, plays a lehra, keeps repeating it for us so we know where the one is for us to keep coming back to it. I will be taking a time signature of 16 beats known as Teen Tal, and I'll explore a little bit. In between, we'll even connect. You might have to perform with me if you're up to it. Let's see if we can connect through that, okay? So, Teen Tal, a time signature of 16 beats, I will present. Thank you. इसको ऑन कर दीजिए नंबर, वो अच्छा टाइमिंग मिलेगा मुझे.
बंद करा दिया आपके लिए.
अरे नहीं, उसको चालू करिए.
ठीक है, चालू करा दीजिए.
सबको घर भी जाना है. सुबह 8 बजे से बैठे हैं ये लोग यहाँ पे. चलो स्टार्ट. Give the harmonium in the monitor, please, a little more. Yeah. And the top mic in my monitor and out also. थोड़ा टॉप माइक बाहर बढ़ा देना. What I presented to you is called a peshkar. Peshkar means to present something. It's a Farsi word. Pesh means to present, and kar in Farsi means work. So when we play peshkar, we can go anywhere. It's like the sky is clear. Suddenly you'll see some birds flying. Suddenly you'll see some clouds coming and maybe forming some shape. Suddenly you'll see the sun coming up into the clouds. So it's clear scape, and then we paint it with whatever is in our imagination. Peshkar. Now something else. One composition of my father's. Dhatika dhitita katika dhitita dhinga dhinga takita takita dhatika dhitita kata gadigina dha. Kheti ghentana dha takita dhinga dhinga takita takita dharika dhitita kata gadigina dha. 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 This composition, Ustad Zakir Hussain used to always say, this was a morning conversation between him and our mother. So he would be like very tired. Dhatrikada dhitita katrikada dhitita dhinga dhinga takita takita dhatrikada dhitita kata gadigena dha. My mother, giddi gendana dha takada dhinga dhinga takada takada dharikada takada gadigena dha. And he would say, dhatrikada dhitita kata gadigena dha. Dharikada dhitita kata gadigena dha. Dhatrikada dhitita kata gadigena dha. Dharikada dhitita kata gadigena dha. Dharikada dhitita kata gadigena dha. Dharikada dhitita kata gadigena jha. या तो स्कूल जाओ या तो कहीं भी जाओ. So this is a composition of my father's, but Zakir Bhai has a different perspective to it. This is the rhythm of the Tasha, played in Ganpati and in Govinda. When two Tasha players perform with each other, there is a polyrhythm which happens. Automatically there's a polyrhythm. And then the big lejhim dole with which the ladies tie it on their waist and they play. When that joins, the complete rhythm, which we call as the Ganpati rhythm or the Govinda rhythm, so that becomes complete. So that idea onto the African djembe. for the legend Bhol. through rhythm, movement of a train, Churchgate to Borivali. So this idea of the train rhythm is invented by a dholak player from Rajasthan. He started this idea, and then many of us took it up, and I added a few things of my own. So the train starts, picks up speed. When it changes tracks, the rhythm will change. Opposite side, another train passes. So there's a different rhythm pattern there. And then the train goes over the bridge. All that through the djembe. ये finale सर थोड़ा बाहर उठा दो. ये हमारी मुंबई की ट्रेन है, कभी भी फास्ट हो जाती है. Opposite side, another train. Train going over the bridge. Where is this rhythm from? हाँ, भांगड़ा. ये हुआ ना बात. अभी ये कहाँ से बताइए. हाँ, अब ये बताइए. इतने सारे नाम, ये कहाँ से है बताइए जल्दी. महाराष्ट्र, करेक्ट. ये हमारा महाराष्ट्र का लेजिम है. अभी देखिए इसी में वही ट्रेन रिदम अभी लेजिम के रिदम में. सवाल जवाब. मैं जो बजाऊंगा आपको क्लैप करना है. ये क्या है? ये एग्जाम है. मतलब मुझे बोला गया है जो मेरे साथ सही ताली बजाएगा उसको फहीम भाई की तरफ, फहीम भाई उनकी तरफ से 1000 रुपया मिलने वाला है. लेकिन ताल में ताली बजानी पड़ेगी, ताल से ताल।
The maestro himself, Tawfiq Qureshi. Big round of applause for him. And for the accompaniment on the harmonium, Gandhi Saab, thank you very much. Milap, go ahead.
Can I request Fahim Bhai to give a memento to the amazing Tawfiq Qureshi? A big round of applause, please. Can I request Fahim Bhai to give a memento to Guru Prasad Gandhi, please?
A big round of applause for the maestro.